Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Simply Forex. How the devil are you? Hope you are all well. Guys, I am with you for 40 minutes. Yeah, that could, don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's a good thing. I'm with you for 40 minutes, guys, and that is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading, all right? I'm also going to show you the trades that I'm in, right? And I'm going to show you exactly my entries as per my entries in the VIP Discord because someone requested this and I thought that might be quite a good idea. So we're going to do that. Also, guys, we're going to look at some live trades that I'm in. We're also going to take as many of your questions as we can. And we're going to look at news, right? So we've got some news coming out, as you can see, at 1:30. Yeah, we've got we've got some employment data. We've got some employment data in 12 minutes, in fact. So we've got that first at 1:15, and then we've got more data at 1:30. So we'll take a look at both of those pieces of news and see what reaction they have with the US dollar pairs. We are going to play Guess the News game. I know, it's very exciting. So that's the plan, guys, right? So let's start. First of all, let's say hello to the people that are in the house. Noor, how are you? It's Miami, Noor, isn't it? How's Miami? Is it bloody hot in Miami? It's bloody hot in Dubai. You cannot leave your house without melting. Father Sunglasses, how are you? Saint Slassian, how are you? Saint Colin, hello, mate. Haven't seen you for ages. Pooh Poppy, good to see you. Heath, where the hell has Heath been? I haven't attended Sensei. No, you haven't. Every time I hear Sensei, I feel like Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, but that's a good thing. We liked Mr. Miyagi. It didn't speak much, which is the opposite of me, right? I do a lot of speaking. Hence why I sound like Barry White most of the time. As we say in Blighty, I've been trying to scrape a living. Yeah, Heath, I understand. No problem. Father Sunglasses, I like this question. Is it better to be dynamic as a trader or rigid? All right, we'll answer this question very shortly. Noor, it's pretty hot in Miami. Brett, how are you, Brett? VIP crew. Brett done a brilliant video in the VIP Academy, as well as Jimmy Noodles, about using the RSI indicator, guys. All right, so come join our Discord community and our VIP Trading Academy. Greg, how are you, Greg? Shreyas, hey, Tom, hey, chat. Right, yo, guys. Himanshu would like me to analyze US dollar CAD and Aussie dollar US dollar. Okay, we'll get round to all of that, guys, right? Let's first of all look at the trades I'm in, right? So I am in Aussie dollar Canadian dollar. I took this screenshot from my VIP Trading Academy. Okay, this is where I take all of my trades, right? Good and bad. Yeah, we're going to have successful trades, we're going to have unsuccessful trades. Yeah, if anyone tells you they don't have unsuccessful trades, then kick them in the shins, right? Don't do that, but don't listen to them. Right, Aussie dollar Canadian dollar sales. So in the VIP, guys, I give you my entries, stop loss, and take profit. All right, I'm going to get rid of this now so we can see the trade. And it's simply this, guys, right? So obviously the daily and the weekly give me my direction, right? And they told me to sell this pair. And I do what the daily tells me. Yeah, the day chart is like a dominatrix dressed in leather, whip-wielding woman. Oh dear, I don't know where I was going with that. It's the editor's fault. He suggests these things. Anyway, right? So we're looking to sell Aussie dollar Canadian dollar, right? The day chart has told me to sell. And so I look at the H4, right? And I look at what this is telling me. And this is telling me to sell, right? Because we have broken these last lows. And we have broken out of this trend, right? So it's telling me to sell. We've had a break of structure, not only trend line, but also this level as well with this large candle. That was the catalyst for sales, right? Now, if we drop down to the H1, right, there was also this mini level that was created, right? So you've got this level through here, right? This larger level here, but there was also this level through here, which became like dynamic, not dynamic, it became an area of support, right? Because if we just look at H1, right, you can see price obeyed that level. We got a double top, right? Price never broke that high, yeah? And then we broke that low. And as soon as we broke that low with this candle, right? Also bearing in mind, we've got bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle, right? But we had a bearish candle that broke that low. That is a H1 structure break, yeah? And you know I love a H1 structure break. As much as I like a leather-clad, no, I'm only joking, as much as I like Gal Gadot or Liverpool FC, or how much I would like England to play well, right? So that's where we're at. Okay, we've entered here, stop above here, right? And we're going to take some profit here first of all, right? And I hear you. You're probably saying, Tom, your risk to reward is a little skewed, and it is, right? Not hiding from that fact, it is. But the market is telling me that there is support here, right? Let me even draw in a grey zone, right? Yeah, the market is saying, Tom, there will be potential buyers at this level. So I say, okay, Mr. or Mrs. Market, thanks for the information. I will take some profit here, right? I'll let some profit run. It might crash through and we make more money, right? Great. But I will take some profit here. So when this alarm sounds, right, I will have made some profit. Okay, so that's my first trade. My second trade is Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, right? Again, let's take a look at this. Again, I put all of these trades into the VIP Trading Academy, right? I put all of my trade signals, right? And you can see we've got a community of traders, guys. So why not come join it? Yeah, come join our free Discord channel. The VIP you do have to pay for, guys, but we have a free Discord as well, right? We've got members. You can get in there, chat. You can chat about trading. You can chat about the euros. You can chat about mainly trading. I was going to say you can chat about whatever you like, but let's keep it relevant. And again, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, entry, stop loss, take profit. I'm going to close this now. I am still in this trade, right? I actually entered in here, put my stop below here, and the idea is to take price up to here, okay? And it's looking pretty good, right? This actually really became what started as a H1 trade, become a H4 trade. But this level was so important, right? I wanted to put my stop under this level and ended up putting it here, right? Because if we now go to the H4, right, it's a very logical, simple entry, really, yeah? What was once resistance, when it breaks, becomes good support. Now, I know, Brett, you love a bit of this price action, and rightly so, yeah? It is the trade that keeps giving. Yeah, trade that setup. What was once resistance becomes support, or what was once support becomes resistance. Trade that setup. Okay, I had to say it very slowly and impactfully. I'm sure that's a word. And this is where we are at the moment, right? If this H4 candle doesn't close above this candle, I'm probably going to just take profit a little bit early, right? It hasn't hit my target up here, and I'll just take profit a little bit early because, you know, this is again potentially an area where price could reverse. And obviously, if I'm buying this market, I don't want to see it reverse. Yeah. So I'll just take some profit if that is the case with this level. But yeah, you know, what was once resistance becomes support, and just look at the reaction we get at that level. All right. So still in this trade, let's see what happens here. Okay. And finally, guys, I'm in one more trade today. You're probably thinking, Tom, you are over trading. But Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, guys, was from yesterday. Okay, let me just have a quick drink before I show my last trade that I'm in. And also, guys, yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, right? Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and smash the like button. Yeah, it really helps support the vid. Shukran, mercy, dankashan, salamat, gracias. Yeah. Right, got to get rid of this cough. This is the next trade, right? Euro Aussie dollar, right? I'm happy that I'm seeing a bounce off this current level, right? Now, again, I put this all in the VIP Trading Academy. Yeah, the currency, the entry, the stop loss, the target, right? Or first target. Okay, let's remove this now. And you could see it literally flirted with my stop loss, right? Now, if we look at the H4, right, I wanted a break of this level. Yeah, because if you just look at H4 structure, right, it's kind of gone like that. Yeah, and we got a break. Yeah, the body of this candle broke the lows of these candles, right? So as soon as we got a break, I pretty much entered. I got a little retrace and then I entered. All right, I've put my stop. If we go to the H1 now, I want you just to understand my stop a little bit better. Okay, so I entered here, right? We've got a little bit of a retrace back to the grey zone. And I've entered. And this for me is the last swing high on the H1. Right, you could argue this here, right? But if I was going to put my stop loss here, it made sense to at least cover this as well. So I put my stop loss literally in here, right? And we've had a nice bearish reaction. Yeah, I hope this reaction continues and, you know, price comes down. Now, should I talk about this now? So again here, guys, right? I entered here, my target's here, and my stop loss was up here, right? This was a little bit under 1:1, right? So I could potentially add another trade here, right? Yeah, my trade is still intact. So I could potentially add to this position, right? I haven't, but I could, right? We could start selling here because my daily direction is still a downtrend. Okay. I still want to sell Euro Aussie dollar, and we're at a very nice level. And let me show you another piece of confluence here. If I draw the fibs, yeah, so I'm going to draw the fib from this high to this low, right? Now, if you look at the fib level, right, it is beautifully at the, right, we've just had news, guys. Okay, so that was US dollar news. That was the employment data. Let's take a quick look at some US dollar pairs. And I'll go back to the Euro Aussie dollar trade shortly. So this is the H1, quite muted, right? Let's have a look at Euro US dollar. A little bit of US dollar weakness, but again, quite muted. Let's have a look at pound US dollar. Okay, so a little bit of strength there. All right, so some US dollar weakness. Let's have a look at New Zealand US dollar. Quite a muted response. So I'm going to become Sherlock Holmes and guess that the news was as expected or a little bit worse than expected. Right, I've got two out of three answers covered there. It's not exactly, Sherlock Holmes mastermind, but I'm going to say as expected or a little bit worse than expected. Let's take a look. So there you go, a little bit worse than expected. Sherlock Holmes strikes again, right? Thank you, Dr. Watson. The editor is Dr. Watson. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and the charts are Moriarty, right? So, yeah, there you go, guys. A little bit worse than expected. We're seeing a little bit of US dollar weakness, all right? Let's go back to the charts, but not major weakness. Yeah, not major weakness. But let's go back to Euro Aussie dollar, right? Because this is a trade that I'm in. And I was just showing you the fib level, guys. As we know, this 0.5 fib level is a really nice level for selling, right? This trade may or may not pan out, right? It may come down and continue down, great, right? It might come up and take my stop loss out, but I actually use a hedge. But again, we're not talking about hedging, right? Not today. Okay, so we shall see, right? Let's see how this pans out, right? But obviously, I would like this candle to also be bearish. All right, guys, so they're all the trades that I am in. Yeah, let's see. Let's have a quick look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Okay, so nothing really there. It shouldn't really affect cross pairs, that kind of news. And Aussie dollar CAD. Okay, my alarm hasn't quite gone off. I'm probably going to take some, let's see if my trade took some profit there. Well, we'll let it go a little bit. Right, I'm still in this trade, literally missed my target by a pip or so. Right, but we'll leave it, guys, right? We'll leave it. Yeah, still in this trade, hasn't quite hit my target. If I'm a pip or so away, right? Sometimes I will take profit, right? But let's see how this pans out. So there you go, guys. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I am in. Let me just get back on the live chat so I can see what you guys are asking me. So, guys, yeah, that's what we're looking at there, guys. Please don't be shy to ask any questions. I am here for you. We've got some questions already, so I shall proceed with them. And like I say, guys, if you would like my trade signals, then please come join our VIP Trading Academy. But also, guys, just come join our community of traders, right? We've got a Discord channel where you can share ideas with traders, have a chat. Trading can be a lonely thing, right? So come join our Discord channel as well. Right, what are we looking at? Okay, so Poo Pop is in those trades as well. Okay, Himanshu. Let's look at one of these. Let's have a look at Aussie dollar, US dollar. All right, because when we look at US dollar pairs, there's a lot of overlap in what I say. So let's have a look at Aussie dollar, US dollar for Himanshu. I like your name, Himanshu. Let's start with the weekly chart. All right, now on the weekly chart, right, we are clearly in an uptrend, right? We were, in this downtrend, and then literally, bang, it become an uptrend, right? For a weekly chart to change from a downtrend to a uptrend in literally 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks is pretty impressive. That is some drastic Aussie dollar strength there, US dollar weakness, right? And we are still in an uptrend, okay? But what's happening, guys, is we're getting this really stubborn piece of resistance, okay, with Aussie dollar, US dollar. And you can see, look at these top wicks, right? You can see there's sellers rejecting this level. Less so last week. So maybe that's a sign that sellers are slowing down, all right? So there's the weekly chart. We're in an uptrend, but I do not want to buy that, okay? We've got sellers at this level. Now, if we drop down to the day chart, okay, if you said to me, about a week ago, right? If I went back about a week. Now, if you said to me, Tom, what would you do with this chart? I would say it's ranging, right? And I want to sell from the top of the range. This was actually a trade idea. This was a trade that didn't work out, okay? And I would like to trade from the top of the range to the low, right? But now that has changed. And let me explain why. So let me go back to real time now. Because we have this level, right? And I am seeing higher highs, right? Now, if we follow, right, we're not making new highs, but we have become a range within a range. Yeah. Yeah, it's become a range within a range. All right, exciting stuff. So it's become, because we're getting higher lows, right? It's almost become more inclined to buy the bottom of the range back to the top of the range, right? But really, it's become tricky to trade, right? It has really. There's not much room between here and here. Even on the daily chart, right? That is 46 pips, right? So imagine I need a breakdown of structure. Yeah, that's probably 26 pips. You've got 20 pips left. So it's not a big space to trade in. So for me, Aussie dollar, US dollar has become a bit of a non-trade, really. I mean, you can trade a range, yeah, trade the top back down to the bottom, trade the bottom up to the top. And I'm more inclined to trade the bottom up to the top of this pair. But, yeah, I've done a very big but there. Because of the dollar index. Yeah, you cannot forget the dollar index when you are trading any US dollar pair, right? And just looking at the day chart, I am seeing an uptrend, right, with room to move into back up to these highs, right? So again, that's not me. So everything like this is important, guys, right? Everything I show you is it's not me predicting the future. It's me looking at facts, right? Facts on the chart that we can all see. We just need to know how to read the charts. And even if you read it perfectly, your trade may still be unsuccessful, but it's important that you know how to read a chart, right? And that's what the chart's telling me, right? Uptrend. Yeah. Okay. I think we just took profit on Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, let's take a quick look. Okay, so let me just check here, guys. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. All right, guys. So good. Yeah, Aussie dollar CAD trade. Just taking some profit off at this level here, right? But I'm going to leave some profit to run. Where was we? I've lost my trail of thought now. Yeah, where were we? Someone please remind me in the live chat. We were looking at Aussie dollar, US dollar. Okay, forgive me. No, we were looking at dollar index. Okay, let me go back to the live chat as well. Okay, so dollar index, yeah, like I say, it's facts. It's facts that I'm telling you. Uptrend, right? Room to move into. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. If price starts breaking these lows, for example, right, it's a downtrend. I will change my opinion. But as it looks now, yeah, I think US dollar potentially still has some room to the upside. So that means US dollar strength, which doesn't coincide with my idea on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. You know, I want to buy from here back up to here. So if anything, the dollar index is telling you that you could potentially sell it from here back down to here, right? So there you go, Kimanchu. I hope that helps with Aussie dollar, US dollar. Right, what else are we looking at? So we've done Aussie dollar, US dollar. Yeah, so Shreyas has got a question here. Does NFP and PMI affect pound Canadian dollar and euro CAD? So big US dollar news affects everything. And I would class big US dollar news as NFPs, right? PMIs, probably not, right? But NFPs, yes. Interest rate, yes. Anytime the Fed opens its mouth, yes, right? And CPI, yes. Would I include any more in that? Probably they're the main ones. Maybe PMI, but really, you know, interest rates, inflation, which is dictating interest rates, and anything said from the Fed, right? That is going to move everything, right? Because all currency pairs are interlocked, right? So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Poo Poppy affects pretty much everything, exactly. Right, what else are we looking at? Okay, so Brett wants to take a look at oil. Let's take a look at the black gold. Yeehaw! I have to do that because it's West Texan Intermediate. I think that's intermediate, isn't it? Yeah. So oil, right, if we look at the weekly chart, right, if we look at the weekly chart, there is no resistance here. You see my gray zone? If we look at the weekly chart, there isn't any resistance. Okay, so if we just follow price action, I would say we are like this, right? So we were in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But as soon as we break this high, we're in an uptrend, right? So that's the weekly. And the weekly looks like we can happily make it back up to this 86 psychological level, right? Doesn't it? Yeah, looks good for that. Now, if we drop down to the day chart, there is a bit of resistance there. Yeah, you can see price reacted historically here, and it's reacted again at this level. Now, the things I'm looking at here are the following, right? So it is a resistance, and we've had a bearish reaction, right? I wouldn't say that's super bearish. And I wouldn't just look at one candle. I would also look at this candle. Now, if this is a question to everyone, guys. Actually, yeah, is it? Yes, it is. Candle number one, candle number two, this red one. So if you looked at those two candles, who would you say is still in control, right? Buyers or sellers? So everyone, please give me your thoughts on this. Yeah, looking at candle one, this large green candle, and this red bearish candle here, number two. Who's still in control, buyers or sellers? All right, so everyone, please answer. What do you think, guys? Don't be shy. Just say, who's in control looking at those two candles? I will have a drink. I've run out of vodka. Father Sunglasses would say buyers. Anyone else? Don't be shy, guys. Get involved. Yeah, you're learning how to trade. Let me know. Otherwise, this is going to be a very unlively stream. Noah, buyers. Brett, buyers. News. Right, I keep forgetting news as well. We'll take a look at news very quickly. Poo Poppy, I don't know. Sellers, buyers, sellers. For me, it's buyers, right? You have a very bullish candle, and then you have a bearish-ish candle with a bottom wick, right? Admittedly, this top wick is more bullish, right? So I would say buyers are in control. I'm going to come back to this trade because there's more things I want to show you, but let's just take a quick look at some US dollar pairs. So we are seeing, let's go to the H1, we are seeing further US dollar weakness. Let's have a look at New Zealand US dollar. Yeah, a bit of US dollar weakness. US dollar weakness. So Sherlock Holmes here, further US dollar weakness. I'm going to suggest the news was worse than expected, right? I know. Sherlock strikes again. Yeah, so yes, right? The majority of the news, is worse than no, that's Canadian dollar. But the main one, you know, continuing jobless claims and initial jobless claims are worse than expected. Hence, we're seeing a little bit more US dollar weakness. All right. Okay. All right. But not a huge response to that news. So yeah. You know, the market's probably waiting for NFPs on Friday, although it's a little bit early for that. Where were we? Oil, the black gold. Now, so I would say buyers are still in control here. Also, it doesn't, how can I phrase this? But you know, get more information, get more data, right? So I'm seeing buyers are more in control, but let's take a look at the H4 and see what that's telling me. Yeah. So let's drop down to the H4, right? This is not filling me with confidence to buy, right? This is a very nice level, and we had a very nice bounce off that level, right? Yeah, we did, but it has not followed through as yet. And look at this big bearish H4 candle, right? I do not want to start buying that. So even if I do want to buy this chart, yeah, it's not telling me to buy this chart right now. Okay. Now let's take a look at why this wick didn't carry on up to the top. Right? Let's take a look at that. So how can we take a look at that? We can look at the H1. And there's your answer, right? So H1, as soon as we broke this low, right, you can see price came up here and then bang. We've been in, you know, like a downtrend, right? So this is where I talk about multiple time frame confluence. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Say that after a pint of vodka. Yeah, multiple time frame confluence. Yeah, so H4, let's go back to H4, right? Let's go back in time. Right, H4 at this level, we were thinking, woohoo, yeah, let's buy, let's make money, yeah. But obviously bear in mind that daily candle as well, right? Maybe we wasn't thinking woohoo, but anyway, right? Let's just say you traded the H4, right? You'd be thinking, right, let's buy that back up to here. Yeah, I would, you would, everyone would. But if you drop to the H1, right, I would look at this and suggest the following, right? Like I said, we are in a downtrend, right? Now, we don't know where it's going to go from here. We do because we know the rest of the chart, right? But all I'm going to do is put a level through these last H1 highs. Right, and even if I carry that left, it takes into account that last low. Right, so we've got this low, these highs, right? It's proving to be a good level. So for another piece of confluence, yeah, what I would say, right, is I like the H4 candle. Now what I want to see is a bullish H1 candle that breaks through this level. we can start buying here. Admittedly, you may need a retrace because you're going to put your stop down here, and I'll take price back up to these highs, right? And then if we play it along, talk amongst yourselves. England are going to win the Euros. Pigs might fly, right? And this is where we are currently. Now, this grey zone is proving to be good resistance, right? Again, that's not me, like when I predicted that grey zone, that's not me having a crystal ball. That's just seeing where price reacted previously. Simple as that. Now, again, I'm still interested in buying oil, right? Especially if this level holds. If this level starts breaking, not interested, right? But if this level holds, and let's say price starts doing this, bang, yeah, I will start buying. Yeah, put my stop below here, take price up. All right, so I hope that really helps you understand, guys, that you need to delve a little bit deeper, get as much information as you can across the time frames, because there is such a thing as analysis paralysis, and it might stop you taking some trades. But I think that's a good thing. It will probably keep you out of bad trades, right? It will definitely give you less trades, right? But more importantly, it will probably keep you out of bad trades as well. So really analyze what you're looking at, yeah, before you pull that trigger and take that trade. Okay, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if this level holds and we get a break of this level. What might happen is this. Yeah, because we know we've got H4, right? We've got H4 buyers down here. And here we have H1 sellers. That is quite impressive drawing with the mouse pen, if I do say so myself. So there you go, guys. Yeah, so that's what's happening. H4 buyers, H1 sellers. Let's see who wins this battle. So yeah, Brett, I hope that helps you with oil. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Okay, so Father Sunglasses asked me a question here, right? Is it better to be dynamic as a trader or rigid? So it's a good question, right? So when it comes to my analysis of the market, right? So every morning I do my analysis, right? And I say to myself, you know, as you know, guys, you know, when I give you my trade ideas every day, I say to myself the following, right? If the market breaks this level, I will enter. If I get a bearish reaction at this level, I will enter. If the H1 candle, you know, is bullish at the moving average 20, I will also enter. So I'm very rigid with my planning of the trade. So when it comes to the trade, there's no gray area. If this happens, I'll enter. If this happens, I'll enter. If this happens, I'll enter. Right? That's generally, well, not generally, that's what I do every day. And that is very rigid. And I suggest you be very rigid with that as well. Where I'm more fluid and flexible is when I'm in the trade. So again, those of you in the VIP Discord, right, there's lots of tutorials on building trades. And a lot of the time I build a trade. And then you need to be quite fluid, right? You still got your stop loss and your take profit, yeah? Your stop loss is where you are wrong. Your take profit is where you are right, okay? But in between that, I have room to be fluid and flexible, right? Sometimes I only enter 0.5% of a trade or 0.6 or 0.7 with a view to adding the 0.3 or the 0.4 later on. right? So yes, you must be rigid in terms of the plan of your trade. If this happens, I do this. If this happens, I do that. But once you're in the trade, in between your I'm wrong and you're right, you can be fluid. And you can also cut a trade, right? If you don't like what's happening to price action and you think you're wrong before it even hits your stop loss, then again, guys, you can cut the trade, right? So Father Sunglasses, I hope that helps. Let's take a quick look at Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, so there you go, guys. Look how important it is to take profit, right? Look at this reaction. Yeah, so this is such a good example, right? And guys, before I look at this example, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. And if you want information on everything that I've spoke about today, then please come join our community of traders first of all. Yeah, you can speak to like-minded traders. But also, if you want more than that, you want my trade signals, you want tutorials, then you can join the VIP Trading Academy as well. All right. So check it all out. Now, this is a perfect example. I said, right, at the start of this live stream that this level here, right, price is telling me that there are buyers here. The market is telling me that there are buyers, right? It is, yeah? And it's not an exact science, right? Price might come to here and shoot back up. Price might come to here and shoot back up. Price might come to here and shoot back up, right? But I took some profit off this trade. Yeah. So price has come down to an area where we know buyers are potentially sitting. Take some profit. Right? Take some profit. You know, I'm not saying this, you know, may do this and come back down, right? But I just feel more comfortable in a trade. I've taken some profit. I'm letting 20% run. All right, so there you go, guys. Let's have a look at Euro Aussie dollar before we go. Okay, so yeah, this is what we want to see. We want to see a rejection of this level. Yeah, my stop is literally in here, so we want to see a move down from here. And what else? Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Okay, so if this candle finishes like this, guys, I'm probably going to close out of this trade. Okay, I'm probably going to close out of this trade, guys, for a small profit. All right, guys, so let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys. I'll put it in the VIP right now. Guys, hope you've enjoyed the live stream. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you same time again tomorrow.